Man, y'all already know, man, these ponies are hot. Man, they are 38 hot about Blade, man. Like, they don't feel like Xbox supposed to have an exclusive game like Blade. Like, we cannot have a Marvel game, a Marvel logo owned by Xbox just cannot happen. They already trying to boycott it. They are trying to sign petitions, man. So before we jump into this video, man, you guys already know what to do, man. Make sure you guys smash that like button, man. It does help the channel to grow, man. Click that notification bell, man. Subscribe so you guys don't miss none of this fire that I'm about to be dropping, man, because it's about to go down out here in these gaming streets, man. Yo, so apparently we got some gaming industry beef, you know, with IGN, with gaming awards. Like I already said, man, these are pony clubs. We cannot expect anything less, man. How do you stand your robotic predator, ugly, rusty horseshoes up there on the stage and call out Call of Duty? Looking like Dusty Rose up there on the stage, and then you gonna call out Call of Duty for campaign not being long enough for you, pony. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it gets crazy, man. And then you got IGN, they want to throw shade as well. They're calling out Starfield, talking about, oh well, you know, the Starfield numbers have dipped. Like, man, bro, just give it a rest. Why are y'all still complaining about Starfield? So you mean to tell me Xbox is not allowed to buy any new studios, not allowed to have any games exclusive unless it's on PS5, the remake station, the frame drop plastic box? It's crazy that we are in a gaming generation to where Xbox can't even have games to themselves. They can't even have their own ecosystem, Game Pass, without being called out by gaming journalists, gaming media, fanboys, Twitter, X. I'm talking about, it's just hate piled on top of more hate. Like I said before, man, these are all pony clubs. Listen to me. You can't trust none of them. You know what I'm saying? If they're not an Xbox channel strictly, only Xbox, part of the green team, because you know Uncle Phil is running things right now with Xbox, and the gaming media, they don't like it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is pulling for Sony to come out on top. Even at the gaming awards, everybody was saying, oh, Spider-Man need to win. They had 7 nominations. Then it turned out to be 007. I mean, how many more flops can Sony just take at this point? I mean, they keep taking L after L after L. I mean, Sony is the most greediest, grimiest, shadiest, dirtiest company in the gaming industry, man. Jim Ryan is the biggest clown in the gaming industry. So that right there alone is just a disaster waiting to happen. I mean, Sony is about to just crash and burn at this point, man. They don't got no roadmap. They don't got no leadership. They don't have a boss. They don't have no rules and regulations set in play. They don't have nothing over there, bro. All they got is sales that they're lying about. And on top of that, they're stealing from their own fan base. Like, how low down and dirty, how low can you go to steal from your own fan base? And I've been saying this for a very long time. I'm talking about, it kind of got brushed under the rug because, you know, it is a lot of ponies in the gaming industry, and they kind of just like to let things die down because they would keep throwing shade at Xbox to cover up all their dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't like for, you know, you to put them in check. Like, if it's a comparison or is it a console war involved, they like to go looking at numbers. So if we got all the games, right, Sony is trying to buy marketing for everything. They want to market third-party games, third-party exclusives, and they were the one who shot fires first at us, talking about Xbox ain't had no games. Now when we say PS5 ain't got no games, they made up their own roadmap. It was like, well, since Sony won't give us one, we're gonna make our own roadmap up. These dodo birds are gonna bring out a roadmap of all multi-plat games, You know, if it is exclusive, it's third party games, indie games. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about first party studios only. They were the ones, the ponies and the fanboys are the ones who have started this war, this console war thing, period. They don't like Xbox. They don't like Nintendo. They don't like PC. They're even going after PC guys now. Like, this is how bad this guy is. Like, how are you targeting PC and that's just a gaming machine? That ain't even a console. Like, you can play stuff or you can play games on there, but why are you even going after PC at this point? PC is always gonna be bigger than PlayStation. Like, it's way more PCs out there, bro. Like, come on, sit down somewhere, pony. Like, this is how you know they're on something. They're delusional, they're heartbroken, they're jealous, they're mad, they're angry. They cannot stand Xbox winning in engagement, man. I'm talking about all the popularity that Xbox, the momentum that Xbox. It's like we're going uphill and Sony is going downhill. That's what I said before long, man. They're about to get knocked off that top spot by either Xbox or Nintendo. It's just nothing's moving for Sony right now. Everything is flopping. Nobody's talking about VR2. Nobody's talking about the Portal. Nobody's talking about the AAA bangers. Spider-Man was broken and buggy. Spider-Bug 2, 007. And they got a nerve to hate on Xbox? Like, that's just one part of it. Now, the second half of it is Blade. Blade, man. Blade have stirred up so much controversy, bro. Oh my goodness, bro. I don't even know where to begin at this point. I'm just lost. Because it's like, how is PlayStation allowed to have superhero games? You know, Spider-Man, Wolverine, which both of those was actually stole away from the Xbox platform. But the ponies don't, they brush that under the rug. They be like, oh, we don't care. That don't count. But whenever Xbox finally did what the Xbox community, what Uncle Phil and Xbox did, was give the Xbox community what they asked for, was a superhero game, right? So now they finally got the license to do it. The ponies want Blade too. And we're like, no. First of all, no. See, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. Not one time did Sony offer Xbox to say, hey, you know, Spider-Man ain't really doing all that well on just one platform. We want to either bring it to Game Pass or Xbox. Can we work out a deal with Disney and Marvel? Nobody said nothing. Spider-Man just completely exclusive. We already accepted it. We ain't never gonna see it. It ain't gonna never shine another day on Xbox. We'll never see that game again. It just completely stolen away forever. And we kind of accepted that. We like, okay, yeah, we know Jim Ryan is greedy, grimy, he's shady, you know, backstabbing his own fan base for money. You know what I'm saying? First of all, they even made Square Enix bend the knee because they're about to make Square Enix go out of business. You know what I'm saying? For trying to make everything exclusive. Because see, when people dangle millions in front of your face, it becomes tempting. You know, they tempted Square Enix with all these millions. They was like, hey, look, we'll give you about 200-300 million to make it exclusive. Of course you're going to take that deal because you're like, oh, I got upfront money. But then when the game flops, then you don't get all the extra money back. You know, the game don't really hit. It's flop. It's only on one platform. It's locked down now. The hype around the game has died down. Now Sony's trying to make all these games exclusives, and now they want Blade. Why can't Xbox have anything to themselves? And then they heard about Indiana Jones, Perfect Dark. Hellblade 2 looks amazing. This game is groundbreaking. 10 out of 10 with graphics. I'm talking about it. On the Gaming Awards, from what I've seen on all of the Xbox channels, podcasts, content creators, Hellblade 2 destroyed anything that was in the way. Like, hands down, bro. Like, I'm still mind blown away on how that game looks. It looks incredible. And then on top of that, the icing on the cake, we got an announcement for Blade. And then they ain't even talking about a Valve yet or Clockwork, you know, Revolution and all the other exclusives and all the Activision games and all the other Bethesda games that are coming down the pipeline, including Redfall just got a new update. That game is coming together mighty nice. But this Blade thing has really got them in their feelings, man. This Blade, I don't know. It's like, why can't we have our own superhero game? And because we know this game is about to be awesome. Come on. Vampires Arcane, they already got Redfall as a vampire game, so this is right down their alley. So all they're gonna do is make it 10 times better. I mean, they got Disney and Marvel on Team Xbox now. Bro, this is crazy. This is still mind-blowing. We got a superhero game. Uncle Phil have done it again, man. He deserved the ultimate Xbox badge, man. Like, hands down, Game Pass is the best value in gaming, period. Xbox is the Netflix of gaming. I mean, we just got to give them the flowers, man. We got to give them props. And that's just not saying because I'm team Xbox and I'm green team. Well, you can say that too. but I am saying the way the gaming industry is going and Uncle Phil is changing it, everybody else is going to have to keep up because they're moving so fast. They're moving so far ahead. Like, Sony is dropping so far behind because they still have that old school way of thinking, that 90s and that early 2000 way of thinking. It's a bunch of old dinosaurs up there at Sony's front office. They don't know how to keep up with the time or something. It's like all of them are like 90 years old, still trying to figure out what's going on. What's going on down there? You know what I'm saying? Somebody take him a letter up there or something because he can't hear nothing. Obviously the CEOs are stuck in their ways. They're stubborn, they're cocky, they're arrogant, they don't care about their own fan base, they're greedy, they're grimy, and they're shady. And now it's starting to show across the entire gaming industry, man. And it's sad because Sony have been known for their AAA bangers, you know, for the action adventure games, you know, their over-the-shoulder action adventure games. And now that that's being took away and they're talking about they want to go games of a service, and half of the games have been canceled. Sony is being sued for like 10 billion. I mean, it's just bad news after bad news after bad news with Sony, man. And then the fanboys trying to defend everything and clap back at award shows on IGN. They're trying to clap back. Like, why is the media starting console war with us? Like, I don't get that part. When have they ever got into it? That lets you know how threatened Sony is and Sony fanboys and all of these pony clubs like IGN, Metacritic, and the Gaming Awards. Those three I do not rock with, bro. Do not listen to me. There are wolves in sheep clothing. They have came to kill, steal, and destroy the gaming industry. Okay, like, they don't care about nothing but money. Obviously, all of them have been paid off under the table money from lying, crying, snitching Jim Ryan. We already know that is the biggest clown in the gaming industry. You know what I'm saying? So he's liable to do anything. They, for crying out loud, they tried to pay off some nerds to go to court and testify against Xbox. So what in your right mind would say, well, no, they're not going to pay off the Gaming Awards. They're not going to pay off IGN to market all PlayStation on top of Xbox and Nintendo to make them seem like they're doing something. And why is Sony lying about their PlayStation numbers? Half of these are scalpers. Half of them, you can go to Amazon, you know what I'm saying, eBay. You know, they're counting consoles that they ain't even sold yet. They're counting consoles that they made, not sold. Like, how are they lying about their own numbers? You know, half of those consoles are actually still sitting in people's garages and warehouses from like a year ago, like, because they can't sell them. You know what I'm saying? I remember when they were actually reaching out to content creators to help them sell the PS5s because they had overdid it. They got too greedy because they were trying to flip all of the PS5s. Yeah, this was really going down out here in these gaming streets. Can you believe these Decepticons were actually reaching out to content creators, trying to help them come off of these, you know, stolen, you know, scalped PS5s? Like, you're trying to sell them for like $3,000, $5,000 when it first dropped, and now it ain't worth a dime. Now it ain't worth a nickel. This frame drop plastic box, you know what I'm saying? The remake station, that's the one I'm talking about. You know, the Sony Remake Station 5. That's it. You know what I'm saying? They are jealous and envious of Blade. And it's crazy because, bro, we only got a trailer of it. We ain't even really seen what the game is really going to be about yet. And it's already an uproar over there on Twitter. All of the ponies are trying to claim it already, saying how could Xbox actually make a superhero game exclusive? It's not going to do well. Bro, did you see the numbers on Starfield? Starfield is already at like peaking at like 25,000 on PC. More than all of the PlayStation exclusives combined. Starfield already knocked them off the map by itself. And you mean to tell me a Blade Marvel superhero game, and they're about to make the movie on top of that? And who knows if they're gonna make an animated series of it? They may just go all out with Blade. You know, action figures, you know what I'm saying? Cosplay, channels. I'm talking, this is gonna start a complete movement because this is big, this is huge for Xbox. A Blade game? Do you know how long we've been waiting? We've been waiting 3 generations. We've been waiting 3 generations to have our own exclusive superhero, man. We finally got one, man, thanks to Uncle Phil, man. He has been in the lab working so hard and listening to his fan base, and they actually listen to them and they reach out to them, and they take full accountability whenever they drop the ball, like on the whole Redfall thing, and he apologized and he came out and say, my bad, we're going to do better in the future, we're going to make sure we polish these games up. And now look, fast forward to now, Blade, you know, Avowed, like look at all these masterpieces coming down the pipeline, the roadmap. Look at Game Pass flourishing. I'm talking about like the value. This is what the ponies are mad about. We got so much value. I can't even play all the games, bro. It's like, it's insane to think that we came from a generation with no games to we got so many games. You can't even, you don't even have enough time in almost a year to complete all these games. And it's just crazy. And it's just crazy to think that the ponies and the fanboys don't feel like we deserve no superhero games. So we can have shooters, we can have RPGs, we can have action adventure, puzzles, you know, turn-based games, you know what I'm saying, any other game. And on top of that, we even got Final Fantasy games coming now, you know, Persona games coming now. These are some of the biggest JRPG, these are some of the biggest Japanese hits in history coming to Game Pass, bro. Like, this is crazy because they don't like that, because they pretty much know it's over for PlayStation. Like, everybody know that. The whole entire gaming industry is heartbroken because they don't want to break up with Sony. They don't want to break up with the PlayStation because everybody have become accustomed to Sony making all the best games, the quality games, like that. They call it quality. And now everything, the industry is taking a shift, is going in a new direction. Like I said before, Uncle Phil and Xbox is about to knock those Decepticons off the map over there at Sony, because they already know how nasty and greedy they are. They just are milking their entire fan base. The games are overpriced, all of the hardware. If Sony keep this up, they're just going to be hardware. They're just going to be making hardware, and they're going to become a publisher. I'm telling you, let them keep it up. They're gonna be the next Sega. They're gonna have to build a building next door to Sega, and they're gonna end up in the gaming graveyard next door to Stadia. You don't want to end up in the gaming graveyard, man, because it ain't no coming back from that. Like, and that's the road that they're going down. Pretty soon, man, we're gonna have PC, Xbox, and Nintendo, and cloud gaming and mobile. Like, it ain't gonna be no need for a PlayStation if everything is gonna be on the cloud anyways. Because once Xbox already got the ball rolling, but once they get everybody to accept that's the direction that we're going in, it's going to be a scary day, because I see it coming, and it may hit before next generation, you know, where everybody's like, well, they're about to do away with CDs and everything's gonna go digital and cloud. And then from what I'm hearing, you are going to soon be able to buy your games on the cloud and play them on the go on Game Pass. So let's say if you buy Call of Duties of the world, let's say if you buy any games that's normally just exclusive to Xbox, but it don't come on Game Pass. Like, let's say, for example, a superhero game. Let's say if you wanted to buy a superhero game, you know, most of them games, they don't just come day one. Let's say Blade come out, you know, and it didn't hit Game Pass. I'm just using that as an example, and you just had to buy it, you know, a hard copy. Now you will be able to buy them on digital and play them on the go. That's something that I have no idea why Sony didn't do that with the Portal. Why when you make PlayStation Plus be on the go like Game Pass? Ain't that your competitor? Like, make it make sense to me. Like, your ecosystem would just shoot off like a rocket, because it would be able to play on Wi-Fi. Like, you shouldn't even need a PS5 for this thing, for crying out loud. Like, why you just can't play with PlayStation Plus or surf the net like YouTube, or listen to music, use it like what was the little media players, the little iPods and all that stuff? Why can't you use it like that? Like, wouldn't that make more sense due to the fact that technology is moving so fast now? But they're still living, like I said before, they're old school. You can't get grandpas and grandmas over there at Sony's front office and think they're gonna be able to keep up with the Joneses. And then it don't make it no better that these ponies and all of these ponies clubs, they're just accepting everything that Sony do, everything that Sony shoves down their throat. They're eating it. This food is nasty. It ain't got no seasoning. It's burnt. It's overcooked. It's still like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It just don't make any sense at this point, man. And it's just gonna be a sad day when they get knocked off the map. And I hope a lot of those studios, if it does come to this, and Sony just have to do so many cuts, because they have so many studios shutting down, so many people leaving, so many people getting fired, replaced, so many different decisions that Sony got to do, man. It's so many bad things happening behind closed doors, that everything that's keep coming out, and the fanboys keep trying to ignore it. All of the opponents keep ignoring all this stuff, and I don't get it. Like, you can't ignore it if it's making news headlines, you jackass. Like, make it make sense, man. Because once Twitter X get a hold of it, it's on and popping. And they don't like the fact that the Xbox community can clap back now. They don't like that. They don't like it, y'all. We can clap back now. We can fight fire with fire now. And like I said, if you gotta boycott things, if you gotta speak your mind, if you gotta talk up for the Xbox community, man, do it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what happened when you speak out. You get superhero games, you get better value, you get better bang for your buck over here on Xbox, on Team Xbox, on the green team, the dream team. How many times do I gotta drill it in your head, man? Those Decepticons are upset, jealous, and envious of Game Pass, man. What else do I gotta say, man? It's on and popping, man. I think I'm leaving right there, man. I think I bragged enough about Blade, but this is just part one. Part two is gonna be way worse. So I'm just taking it easy on them, because they still are kind of in their feelings about the whole Blade thing and the Hellblade thing, that all this stuff is exclusive. They can't take it all in. But you guys already know what to do, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, click that notification bell, man, so you guys can stay notified on all of the new latest and greatest news, man, out here in these gaming streets, man. Thank you and peace.